Welcome to another episode of Comic Book Savant video. This episode I'm going to be doing a comic review. I haven't done one in a little while, so I know you guys are wondering is when this guy's going to talk about some more comics. So I've through the Comixology Unlimited service, I've been able to catch up on some books that I'm woefully behind on. I had reviewed probably like a year or so ago in one of the Marvel Now relaunches, Cable and X-Force, and I read the first few issues. Read the first few issues and reviewed them on episodes of the audio podcast, and I finally got around to catching up and reading the next story arc that I got through Comixology Unlimited subscription service. They had the next trade, which is volume 2 of Cable and X-Force. It is volume 2, Dead or Alive. This includes issues 6 through 9. It's the second story arc in the series. I don't know how long the series went for. Again, I'm playing catch up, but I was intrigued by the first story arc enough to, through the service, I pay a monthly subscription fee, and you can borrow as many books as possible. It was available, so I said I'd like to see where it goes from there. And I really like the creative team on the book. You have Dennis Hopeless, which I've been a huge fan of, and I've ran it and raved on for years, ever since Avengers Arena. Then he followed up with Avengers Uncovered. He's done quite a few things over at Marvel. He's done Spider-Woman. I think he did Monsters Unleashed a few years ago. All New X-Men. He's bounced around, and he's one of the up-and-coming writers for Marvel I feel I've really enjoyed, and I love his Avengers Arena, Avengers Uncovered series. So if you haven't had a chance to check those out, do that as well. But this just continues the storyline. I don't want to do too many spoilers, but it led to following right after the first story arc where Colossus is in prison. Cable and the group always has to go prevent a huge event that could potentially ruin the future. So they're going in. It involves a crazy alien assassin with then swords involved. It's a huge bombastic story. Hopeless is great with team dynamics. He's proven that with his previous stories with the Avengers Uncovered and Avengers Arena. It just continues here with great character work and interplay between the different members of the team being paired off and then all of them together. I would really like his take on Cable, Domino, and even Colossus. I really like it because Colossus for me at times can be polarizing because he's so goody-goody, but he does a really good job having him being very conflicted and yet still compelling, not retreading over previous used stuff and taking a fresh take on the character that makes me empathize with the character and actually want to see him grow more coming out, coming further in the series. I wouldn't say this is like a top of the stack. You got to run out and get the book. I would give this a rating of a 7 out of 10. Which is a good read. Again, if you do something like Marvel Unlimited or the Comixology Unlimited that has Marvel books included in it, and you can just borrow it and check it out, or if you can get it on discounted through Comixology or in stock trades or somewhere like that, it's definitely worth picking up. And if you like X-Men, I like it that I always dig team books that they're kind of their own kind of covert strike force, and it feels like this is the covert strike force, like X-Men team with Cable and X-Force. They've always kind of been that Black Ops team for the X-Men, and I like that. And whenever you have Cable involved, it's always ratcheted up with these epic storylines where you're playing with the potential of it's tied into time travel and something huge being attached to whatever he's working on or needing the team to help him on. We also see Hope in this make a appearance in one of the issues, and how that ties in, and you have the new Avengers make a cameo in an issue as well, pertaining to the ongoing storyline in the book. I look forward to checking out the third volume. I don't know if I don't think I saw it under Comixology Unlimited, but if I can find the third volume relatively cheap, I would. I'm invested enough in the series, reading reading issue 1 through 9 at this point, to go further with the series. Now, this trade was credited with Dennis Hopeless and Frank Terry as the writers on it. So I don't know if Hopeless left the book and Terry came on as the writer, or they were collabing together throughout. I'm not 100% sure. I'm invested enough to look at the third volume and see if I can pick it up on the cheap and continue on. So I can definitely recommend that. It's a good read. Is it a top of the stack type read? No, but it's something that you will pick up. I feel like it's worth the money and you will enjoy it, because you got a solid writer and Hopeless, and you got an awesome artwork with Salvador Labroca, which is one of my all-time favorite. He's in my top 10, possibly in my top 5. So it's definitely stunning visuals on the book as well. That's all I have for you guys for this week. It's going to be more comic reviews coming up in the future. Again, I kind of pick and choose from where I'm catching up on, and there's so much stuff to read. I have a humongous backlog. So I will be doing more comic reviews or trade reviews on the YouTube channel. I'll be on the lookout. Also, I'll have next week, you'll have a movie review, non-spoiler, here on the video channel for Star Wars The Last Jedi, and on the audio podcast, I'll have a full spoiler review of The Last Jedi as well. So that'll be coming next week, so be on the lookout for that as well. That's all I have for you guys this week. I'll see you again next week for another episode of Comic Book Savant Video. You guys have a good week and take care. See you soon.